that's just when you talk about people coming together as a community, I think of Campers Village being their own community inside of a community, really. Yeah, and again, another group of folks that were instrumental in getting the assessment passed last year. Absolutely. And we're going to put money into the campground, right? We did the bathroom, the old bathhouse this year was a disaster. It really was. And it looks wonderful now. And we didn't have to put a bunch of money into it because we're afraid at one point or another that building is going to have to be replaced. And then the pavilion bathroom was, it, somewhere where you go to the bathroom. Yeah. Okay. Next year we'll work on the pavilion kitchen area. We're going to probably replace all of that next year. But it's a large group of people who spend a lot of money at Lakes of the North, and we should be rewarding the campground with just as much amenity improvement as the golf course gets, or that the restaurant gets, that the clubhouse certainly gets. We're fully aware of their needs out there at this point and have it mapped out for the next 3 years.
Let me just, for one final thing, Jim, if there's one thing you could have members walk away from this discussion, and we'll obviously be the last, and we'll talk to some of those managers you mentioned, in the coming weeks, but what's one thing you want to make sure that members walk away from today, before we have a chance to sit down and talk again?
Yeah, I think, every so often something pops up in the organization. It doesn't affect a lot of people, but it's a divisive conversation. It's a divisive topic. From an operations perspective, we don't really get into any of that. It's not really our role is to take, board decisions and roll with them. And, there's no discussion at the office level whether they're right or wrong. We have to get them done. What I want the community to know is, regardless of what's happening in the association, whether it affects a small group of people or a large group of people, that from an operations perspective, we're still going to do our jobs. We're still going to be here because we don't have a focus of this group of members or this group. It's everybody. We have 5,000 members that we have to make sure that each one of them is in front of mind as we're doing things, right? So knowing that I have the right leadership team in place, knowing that I can count on each of them now, sitting them together in a room is hysterical. To see the different personalities going back and forth, to watch Ava and Noah, grow immediately together as a team, because this building operates as you have to be a team to make it work.
Right.
So walking away, I think the members should know that we had a fantastic year last year. We're going to be off to a wonderful year this year. I look forward to leading the organization for a longer period of time than I thought I might have, because it's important, I think, to make sure that this all continues. And I'm not ready to walk away from it at this point. So I think it's important to know that the longevity of the managers looks good. Each one of them is well placed, and for our foreseeable future, it looks pretty positive.